So hello gamers, it's been a while since I made any kind of commentary type video. I don't really know, I just really wanted to make a video like this because I saw a post from a PF YouTuber who doesn't really upload anymore about something relating to PF being wasted potential, and I was wondering, is PF actually wasted potential? Before I talk about my opinions on it, please comment like, do you think that it's wasted potential or not? I'm not going to talk about what I feel just yet because I want you guys to actually comment, and before I give my opinion, I want you guys to let me know. Since it is something that's always in discussion, is this game dead? Is this game dying? Is this game out of content? Are none of the new guns cool? Is it wasted potential? It's all this stuff. Also, background footage is just me talking in a call and using the K14. So yeah, now that you guys have commented that, I'm going to talk about my opinions on Phantom Forces as a whole and whether or not it's wasted potential, because I just was motivated to make this video for some reason. I don't really know why. Maybe because it's just something that I've seen so many times and I have kind of an opinion about it that I want to share. So first off, the state of the game currently. Right now it's averaging about 6,000 to 8,000 players, I would say. Sometimes it gets less, but it's usually like about 6 to 8k. Sometimes it even goes higher than that. Compared to like all these other games, like Adopt Me is the main one that people are like, why do so many people play that game? It has like 1% of the players of Adopt Me, I know that. But when you compare it to actually the size of the audience for FPS games, it's doing really well. The only game that's bigger than it is obviously Arsenal, but who cares, dude? I'm so tired of Arsenal. I don't really care about the game. I think I'm like level 60 and I leveled up super fast in that game. It's so easy to win in that game. I don't know. It's not really my favorite game. I talked about this in the video I actually made in Arsenal. It's called Winning by Camping in Arsenal. Hey, Strider and editing, please put like one of those things where it actually shows you the video. Can't remember what it's called, but it'll be in the top right. Anyways, Arsenal is the only game that's bigger and it's only like 4 times the size. That sounds like a lot, but like 6k to 8k to about like 25k or however many players Arsenal's pulling, that's not really that bad. But let's talk about the other games. Bad Business, for example, about 1.5k average concurrent players. That is a decent amount of players, definitely. When you think about that difference, it's about 4 times. In fact, sometimes Bad Business will be at like 1.1k and PF will be at like 8k. So it is a pretty big difference, like 7 times. So yeah, compared to the other FPS games in like the genre for Roblox, because Roblox is not a game for FPS games, it's just that some games are FPSs on this platform. And I'm not even talking about the concurrent players on Xbox, which makes the PF players go to like maybe 10k. Phantom Forces has never tapped into mobile either. There's never been a mobile version of Phantom Forces. However, Bad Business is cross-platform for Xbox, mobile, and PC, which means that all those players are 3 different platforms, whereas the 8k on PF is just 1. And there's other games like Poly Battle. I love that game. It's really fun. I don't really play it that much, but like it is really fun. It has about 3k players. Flashpoint, which is a game that I was very excited about when it first came out. I still do like the game. I just feel like maybe they released it a little bit too early. Maybe I'll make a video about that game. If you guys want me to, let me know in the comments. I really do feel like the game had a ton of potential, and I feel like it could probably still end up not being wasted potential, which is what people are saying about PF. But I've seen Flashpoint get down to as low as about 35 concurrent players. That is not enough to actually fill a server. That is about half of a server. But yeah, altogether, PF is not a dead game. If you want to talk about a dead game, talk about Polygons, my favorite Roblox FPS, which by the way has like 15 players concurrent. And also that game hasn't even been updated in 3 entire years. So yeah, in terms of the FPS games on Roblox, this game is doing really well. In terms of like games in general, it's doing alright. 6 to 8k players is a decent size audience. I feel like the developers can probably make a decent amount of money off of that. I don't know too much about how Roblox like pays people. There's also the fact that Phantom Forces has probably the worst monetization I've ever seen. It's also really nice because it's nowhere near in your face. It's just in the bottom right corner and you can just buy credits if you want to. I never have, but like you can if you want to. Now that we know the game isn't currently dead by any sense of the word, let's talk about why it's not dying currently. This might sound like, oh, well, I'm a YouTuber and I make Phantom Forces videos. I don't want the game to die, so I'm gonna say it's not dying, but like if you look at the number of concurrent players, it's kind of stayed stable since basically it came out. Even when the game was new, it wasn't pulling like 100,000 players. It was getting like 8k players. It's definitely not at its all-time peak, but it's not really going down too much either. If the game stopped getting updates, I would probably still be able to make a lot of videos on it because most of the videos I make are on content that's already in the game or like inventing my own content. So yeah, the game's not dead, but is the potential potential of the game wasted? That is an argument that I've seen many times. It's really hard to say if a game is wasted potential. If you wanted Phantom Forces to be one way and it ended up being a different way because the developers, the people actually making the game, decided it would be that way, and you don't like it, that doesn't mean the game is wasted potential. It just means that you don't like the game and you don't like the direction that they went with the game, you know? So yeah, normally when I hear that the game is wasted potential, I kind of think of the people that are just saying, oh, I didn't get the gun that I wanted in the game, or I don't like the conversions. People don't like conversions. It's so weird. I personally like the conversions as long as they're balanced, because direct upgrade conversions, I've talked about this in the past, I hate them, I despise them. The 300 conversion is a big culprit of that. It's definitely better now, but when the G36K 300 conversion basically just made it way better, I was a little bit angry about that, because I was like, you guys gotta nerf this thing. But yeah, they rebalanced it. It's actually like balanced with the normal gun now. And the core game is definitely still, as they've said, spaghetti code. The hitboxes aren't really that cool. They're just normal Roblox hitboxes. A lot of people like that. Personally, if they had humanoid hitboxes, I probably wouldn't like it that much. I like the dorky smiles and stuff like that. A lot of people take the game super seriously, but personally, I don't, simply because of like how stupid the hitboxes look. The player models are just so funny. I like it though. In terms of wasted potential, I don't feel like that's entirely true, unless somebody was making the argument that they could have improved on like the actual base movement, how the guns work and feel, and like the actual attachment system, core gameplay elements that don't feel as refined as something like Bad Business, which you can have 5 attachments, you can have like a barrel and a muzzle, you can have perks, there's different equipment. They never even added equipment to the game. So if you're making that argument, maybe that's true. Maybe there was potential there with equipment and a few other things, and that's kind of true. Maybe they wasted that potential. Personally, I don't feel like I can come to any conclusion on this. I really want to know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me like some kind of paragraph long review or something like that. I'd be pretty interested to see what you guys have to say. And if you think I said something that just didn't make any sense or was wrong, I could be wrong. It's not like everything I say makes 100% sense. In fact, I like trip over my words all the time. In videos, I'll say like the dumbest things, but in my opinion, Phantom Forces is not 100% wasted potential, but it's definitely not 100% of used potential. They had potential to add things that would be really cool, but they just didn't add or didn't have the time to add. So yeah, overall, I'd say no, it's not wasted potential 100%. There are things that they could have gone a little bit farther with. Personally, I've always liked how this game is. It's just a fun game for me to play. People criticizing it is fine, but like, I just don't take it super seriously. But yeah, gamers, that's gonna do it for the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this commentary style video. Maybe I'll do more like this, just talking about a few topics like this one. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.